So what do we do now? We're l'Cie, ticking time bombs, enemies of Cocoon. If we can't follow the plan, do we just lay down and die?
I didn't mean we should give up.
Then what battles do we fight? And against who? Tell me that!
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
That's right. I don't know yet. But I do know we can't lose hope.
Hope? There is no hope. Not for l'Cie.
There's you.
It's my name. Not who I am.
I was just like you. My parents died. I had to be strong for Sarah, so I thought I needed to forget my past. And I became Lightning. I thought that by changing my name, I could change who I was. I was just a kid. Lightning. It flashes bright, then fades away. It can't protect. It only destroys. Sarah tried to tell me, but I wouldn't listen.
There you are.
If you really are l'Cie, it's my job to deal with you.
Typical.
I threatened her.
Come on, Slowpoke.
You just now realize this?
Sorry. Got held up.
Where have you been?
I'm really late, huh?
The only one who believed her was Snow.
Don't say it! Don't say his name.
Oh my god.
It brings everything back. I keep playing it in my head. What happened to her? And then I see his stupid face and he's smiling. How can he smile when she's dead? I know! There's nothing I can do about it. I hate knowing that. No matter what happens, she's not coming back. When I was fighting, there was no time to think about it. It felt good just to give in. But now you start talking about hope. I'm sorry, I messed up.
It's my fault.
See, now that was a better scene. Them talking about, like, we don't know who to fight because our entire lives we've thought this one way, but now we've gotten branded and we technically have to act another way. That makes sense. That is an argument that makes sense. The argument before made absolutely no sense. That made sense. I liked that a lot better. Now the part where Lightning was like, wow, I threatened her. Like, duh. We already had that flashback. I'm not sure why she's coming to that conclusion now. Maybe she was just ignoring it in her head. But, and, you know, Snow being, or Hope being cringe, but no, that was much better. That made sense. That is what should be going on in their head. Is like, you know, we have to act one way because physically we're cursed. But it doesn't make sense for us to act that way. Therefore, what do? That makes a lot more sense. And like, Hope fighting to take his mind off of his mom, that makes sense. Hope fighting to get stronger so he can kill Snow. Doesn't make any sense. But I know that's kind of where we're going anyways. I mean, there's got to be a conclusion to it at this point. See ya, nerd. After building it up for over 10 hours, there's got to be something that happens between Hope and Snow. Like, if we let go of that thread, I mean, that's been the entire game up to this point. Something better happen. I don't want it to happen, but it better happen at this point after all this. I have some stuff now, but I was really hoping I would get a new boomerang. I played this game when it first came out, but never since, other than like 2 hours for an event we did. So I'm pretty, like, I'm semi-blind. I don't really remember anything. But I did beat it back when it first came out and got the plat. But I really don't remember much of anything. I kind of remember the ending, because I remember the ending being really good. But everything else I pretty much forget. Either way, we keep spoilers out regardless for these Let's Plays, so that people can watch it for the first time. Do I want to try to level this up? I still have nothing. Actually, these fiber optic cables are pretty... Oh my god, it goes past level 10? How far does it go? Like, it has to transform at some point. Holy moly. Maybe it's 15.
Talk to your dad.
What? Why?
Fighting without hope is no way to live. It's just a way to die.
That makes no sense, Lightning.
I want you to find the hope you were named for. Staying alive, I can help you with, but I can't give you hope. If you go to see your father.
You think meeting my dad will make anything better? He's never listened to a word I've said. He'll never believe all this LaCie stuff.
What do you mean he won't believe the LC stuff? You have a brand. What is he not gonna believe?
Snow believed Sarah, didn't he?
Is belief an issue?
Yeah.
I'm lost. What? Who's not believing? Like, you get a brand. Are there fake brands? Do people walk around with fake brands, pretending to be LaCie? For what reason? To get shot?
The Sanctum announced that the fugitive LaCie have been located. The military plans to apprehend the LaCie and carry out a public execution. These images coming to you live from the scene in Palampolo.
We're on TV. Nice plan. You totally got through without being seen.
These are LaCie. Show no mercy. They aren't people. They're targets.
Start running.
What?
I'll keep him busy.
But...
You survive.
That's some crowd. Gonna need a plan.
Since when have heroes ever needed plans?
Fang.
I don't know how to hold guns.
It's him!
Take us out! Yeah! Lightning!
Finally. Something happened. Wait, oh. Never mind. I thought you had a gun, like a regular gun.
Whoa!
Take care of him.
Lightning, listen to me.
Get moving.
No, you don't understand. Sarah's all right. She'll turn back.
Take care of Hope.
Wait!
And then there were three.
They're here! Hold it!
Gotta go. So how you been?
Hang on! Fire! 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 Down!
You did not hold on.
Take cover! Get him! I got this one.
Okay. Well, that seems good.
Ice him over! Cool him off!
10,000 damage?
Way to go.
Holy crap. This thing is still alive. I could just summon again. I don't remember what you have. Nothing really. It's been forever since we've used snow. Man, Snow, you suck.
How about this?
Like, his attacks whiff so often, so he has no weapon. This is a bit of a yikes.
Try that on me.
Why am I provoking? Oh my god, he attacks so fast. I wanted to try to time it. Okay. is awkward. I have nothing. I think I'm just dead. I have nothing to use. I just have attack. I guess I maybe should have summoned again or something. This is the second time we've had a one-on-one fight with Snow with like literally nothing to work with. Hey, I can Crystarium now though with my 13,000 CP. I feel like this is kind of cheating, but... Death blow. Nice. Can I get something that, like, heals me? Evade. How's it going, Fennekins? Also, thank you, Yet, and thank you, Dumbu, as well, for the bits. Counterattack after defending, dealing more damage than the more you are attacked. So that could be nice. Ooh, accessory slot. That, I guess. Or I guess I could give you a doctor's code. Why not? Problem is, I can't stagger this Orion. Oh, maybe if I spam these really fast. Cool 'em off. There we go.
Way to go.
There we go. Now we win. I think I took too long, so I was trying to see what each attack did. Or I should have just spammed them. That and Shiva was probably a lot stronger because of all my stat upgrades.
Where have you been?
I got taken in.
Wait, what?
Not by enemies. It was the cavalry, not SciComm. Leader's name is Rains. He said he'd lend us Lassie a hand. So now, your hero is back.
Why would the army help us? That doesn't make sense.
The military's got all kinds. Not all of them like the Sanctum. Don't worry. I'll handle the bad guys. Come on.
Didn't we already get... Well, maybe not. Sentinels are at their best against numerous opponents when they can use their defensive abilities to shield allies while dealing damage via counterattacks. They become less effective when only a few enemies remain. At that point, it's best to turn Sentinels into commandos. So you're telling me this entire build-up...
Ice tracks. Is that some kind of Lassie power?
This whole build-up and now they're just like chilling. I mean, obviously, Hope's not... Well... I don't know. This is dumb. I don't know what else to say. Like, I get that, like... I get that Lightning's not around, so he's not, like... blowing up on Snow. But... they kept building up this thing of, like, next time I see Snow, I'm gonna kill him. And then he didn't even, like... I don't know. It's just a bit deflating. Even if later he does it. Like, it's deflating that right now nothing's happening still. What do I want to do here? I kind of want to do this. To start, and then have a commando, Ravager, and then have a commando, medic. Nah. Do that. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's like, I expected the first time for him to get back with Snow, he wouldn't explode right away. But at the same time, it's just deflating that, like... Because we already did this. We already had a moment where, like, he secretly hated Snow, but he couldn't tell him because he didn't have the confidence. And then, like, for the past 8 hours, we've listened to him be like, I'm gonna have the confidence. Next time I see him, I'm killing him. I'm gonna take this knife he gave me and kill him. And I'm, like, really mad, and no matter what, I'm gonna do Operation Nora. And then we get here, and he's not even, like he's kind of just talking to him normally. He's not even talking to him with, like,
Nothing to worry about.
You know,
I can take it.
oh, you just wait till you see what I'm gonna do. Like, he's just talking normally. But I don't know, it just doesn't come across like that. And it also isn't coming across as like, oh, you saved my life, so now we're even. Like, he basically just didn't even care about what Snow just did. Okay, this Vendetta thing does not do much.
Follow my lead.
What's going on with the camera?
Point for me. Time to switch, kiddo. It's all about teamwork.
Problem is, if I do Ravager Sentinel, I can't stagger anything because I need a commando. This would work if I had a commando, but without a commando, you just can't do anything, so you might as well just stick with Commando Ravager. It's nice for when I have to heal, but... Stop provoke. We don't need to provoke every single time. Go Battle Alliance. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Maybe I should do like a Vendetta. Just 1 instead of 4. I just feel so deflated. Like, I've been waiting so long for this one plot thing, because that's all they've talked about. And then we finally get Snow and Hope together, and we're just fighting more soldiers. And nothing's happening. I feel like the one thing they've been building up. And I mean, I know something's gonna happen after this, but still. They kind of blew their chance for it to be like, oh my god, here's the big moment. Alright.
Follow my lead.
Need to change my paradigms. Right, but that's not how they should have done it. I don't know. I'm just at a loss. I don't know what to think. I'm at a total loss.
Thanks, partner.
Wow. I did a 4-thing vendetta and then just completely whiffed because the guy jumped out of the way.
Thanks, Hope.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what to say. I feel like this is probably fine. That's just how I feel in the moment. I'm just describing how I feel. I feel like I've waited so long for something to happen, and then something was finally gonna happen, and then they're still like, nah, there's guys to fight, so we can't do anything yet.
Later.
So that's just how I feel right now. Just describing how I feel in the moment. I'm not trying to give a review of the game. I just feel like the game kind of sucked my soul out, yeah. I gotta change these paradigms. So, screw this. Just do Commando Ravager, and then maybe, yeah, that's fine. Thank you for the bits, official. How's it going, Zeno? Happy birthday. Tomorrow. Hope you have a good one.
Now you're gonna get it.
Interesting that everyone gets Quake. I feel like, so the techniques are only used by the leader. And later, we get to choose who our leader is. So wouldn't it have been nice to have, like, each character have different techniques? So that would give us, like, a reason to have certain leaders? Maybe they get new ones later. Maybe wait. I can only talk about what's going on now. I can't... I don't know the future. I mean, we're... How many hours in now? How long do you want me to wait?
You see that?
But yeah, that's good if later they get like special ones. Wait till the next game.
How about this?
Yeah, that's kind of like what I said with the intro too. I mean, with all the party swapping and stuff, this would be a great time to teach us each character's individual techniques, right? Like imagine if we were Lightning and Hope and it taught us about Hope's special technique, and then it switched to Hope. It taught us Lightning's special technique, and then it swapped to Hope, and it taught us Hope's special technique, and then it swapped to Saz and Vanille, and it taught us their special techniques, and then when Snow joined the party just now, it taught us Snow's special technique. Then when they all got together, you'd be like, okay, whichever technique I like the best, that's who I'm going to make my party leader once you finally get to pick. Wouldn't that make more sense? Is this... This looks like it's going backwards.
What am I doing?
How's it going, Zycros? That guy's got some interesting get up.
How about this?
Crisis Core vibes. I was gonna say Final Fantasy VIII vibes, but I don't know why. I don't know what it is where I'm getting 8 from, but I feel like that like that whole get up reminds me of 8 for some reason. Maybe it's the thing behind his head. Kind of looks like
Follow my lead.
That looks like a Diaz thing a bit. I don't know.
Thanks, partner.
I think I'm just crazy. I love that mid-air kick. Holy moly, we do no damage. Perhaps I should Libra him. Delivers devastating physical attacks, executes powerful magic attacks. Okay, so he attacks. Got it. It's good to know.
How about this?
Every time I do the big vendetta and then they just dodge it.
How about this? No problem.
Disc 1 Lionheart was pretty fun when we did the Let's Break series.
This is just a part of Operation Nora.
This is just a part of Operation Nora. Just have to know your enemy. He's gaining information. Preparing for his time to strike.
Nothing to worry about. How about
Can't believe we played another 4 hours and we're still not gonna get the end of this snow hope thing. Like, we got them together at least. But hey, things happen. Kind of. I mean, not really. The army figured out where we are, and Snow came and rescued us. And then lightning ran away. That's really all that's happened today. And Saz and Vanille got closer to Nautilus. And we learned a little backstory of Saz. Like, we've had character moments. Like, character moments continue constantly with the flashbacks and stuff, but actual plot development, the only thing that's happened is Snow came and rescued us. I really wish I had Blitz with Snow.
You see that?
What's my favorite in-depth video? I don't really know how to answer that.
You see that?
It's hard to say what my favorite is, given I made them. I mean, in general, I like each one that I make better than the last, just because I'm continue to get better at making them. So the latest always feels like my best work, you know? I think the Aerith in-depth kind of sticks out, though. I do really feel like that was one of my better ones. What's this? Improved guard. Thanks. Yeah, Cloud will be my favorite once it's done. The amount of relief I'm gonna have when that video's done. Make it my instant favorite.
Time to prove who the heroes are. You see that?
I should do an in-depth on Hope. Because, well, I don't know. Hope doesn't come across as a character that, like, I don't get, but everyone else likes. seems like the vast majority of people do not like him. There are people that do, as is true with every character, but it seems like the majority of people dislike him as a character, so I don't think if I did an in-depth I would get some, like, crazy insight as to what I missed all along, you know?
Thanks, Hope.
I think I would just be like, oh, this is why everyone dislikes him. But I might learn something that I didn't know before. I mean, I'm sure I'd learn a lot, because I really don't understand his character at all.
It's all about teamwork.
But I think I'd gain some insight into, like, what makes him a bad character and what we can learn from his character to make better characters in the future.
How about this?
And maybe I'd gain some insight as to why some people like him. But I don't think it would be some magical, like, oh, now I get it, and now he's my favorite character. Because it seems like most people agree, or at least have some sort of negative outlook on him. Like, I don't think anyone's calling him the best character. Seems he's just generally flawed as a character, like, just not a very well-written one. But who knows? Maybe. Maybe it would change my entire outlook. He'd become my favorite character of all time. Never know. I definitely gained some new perspective on Cait Sith, because Cait Sith was, like, by far my least favorite character. And now he's probably still my least favorite character, but not for a lack of liking him, just because I like the other characters better. But I like Cait Sith now. More than I did before I made the video. Also, I could see where Hope would maybe come across better to someone that is like a huge fan of the game and has played through multiple times and stuff. I feel like the problem with Hope is that his casual playthrough is just awful. Like we said before, his first impression is so bad that, like, you just hate him through your entire first playthrough, it feels. But then, like, if you played the game a bunch of times and kind of already knew what was coming and everything, maybe you'd have more to like about him. But I feel like it's very, very difficult to like this character on a first playthrough. Well, I don't know if that's a really good... I don't think that's a good comparison. Annabella is literally the villain. You're supposed to dislike her. Cait Sith you're supposed to dislike in certain ways, but he's still a teammate. He's still a party member. You're not supposed to hate him as a villain. You are at first, when he double crosses you, but I'm pretty sure by the end of the game you're supposed to like him. Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, that's just not a, like, it's not a fair comparison, because I think you are supposed to like Cait Sith. Like, the temple scene is supposed to be his redemption. You're supposed to like him starting after the temple scene. No, we're playing 16 later. And by later, I mean very soon. So yeah, I mean, in that sense, I feel like it doesn't work well. Or at least maybe as well as it was supposed to. But I got, you know, once I looked into that scene more and made the in-depth video, I did kind of appreciate that scene and his redemption a bit better. What really sold me on Cait Sith as a good character after making the in-depth is some of the conversations he has with Barrett, which I kind of glossed over for the longest time. I think a lot of us do. A lot of the scenes where a lot of other things are happening and you're just kind of glossing through the character dialogue because there's these big events happening. Barrett and Cait Sith have like these really good interactions where Cait Sith is trying to fight on the side of Shinra, not like they're good guys, but like kind of giving a devil's advocate view of like, well, this is why Shinra did this. And Barrett's just kind of like, Shinra bad. And then they have all these like, these great conversations. And then Cait Sith is the instigator of Barrett's hypocrisy. That Barrett is allowed to just go off for the entire beginning of the game. No one argues with him, you know? He's like, Shinra's bad, and Shinra's killing the planet, and Shinra this, and Shinra that, and no one can really argue with him, right? But then you get Cait Sith, and Cait Sith's the first one to be like, no, Barrett, you're also wrong. Like, you killed a ton of people when you destroyed that Mako reactor, and you're not all in the right. He's the first one to like stand up to him, and then Barrett kind of gets taken aback, like, would you say to me, punk? But then you have that great scene right before the party splits to go find their reason for fighting. Right before you go into the North Crater, there's that great quote where Barrett is like, I realized that wasn't the way to do things. He says, like, I hurt so many people in that explosion, and I realize now that wasn't the right way to go about things. So you can see, like, how Cait Sith challenged him, and then eventually he came to terms with it and was like, you know what, Cait Sith was right. So there's, like, a really important connection between Cait Sith and Barrett, but on the other end, Cait Sith kind of does nothing after that temple scene. Other than talk to Barrett, he's just kind of there. And I don't think they do enough to redeem him, you know? Like Retro was saying, like, I think the temple scene is good, but they don't do enough to make us like, okay, Cait Sith is good now, yet he's with the party the whole time and we're kind of supposed to like him at that point. I do like the scene where Reeve like saves all the people in Midgar right before the raid, but it's such a small. You know what I think would have helped a lot? If there was like a scene where it showed Reeve saving everyone. Instead, Cait Sith just kind of says it, like right before the raid. Cait Sith is just like, yeah, I saved everyone. I moved them out of Midgar. But it's just like a throwaway line that you don't really stop to think about. But if there was like a scene where Reeve was like, come on guys, let's go, and you see all these guys like running out of Midgar, and then he maybe like steals a bunch of Shinra vehicles and puts all the Midgar people into the Shinra vehicles and like drives them away or something. I think that would really show us like the redemption arc for Cait Sith. Instead, it's just like a couple throwaway lines, and then we just kind of see him as this big goofy Moogle character that is goofy. You know, we don't really get to feel the redemption for him. So I think that would have helped a lot. Obviously, they probably just didn't have enough time to do something like that or whatever, but maybe in the remake, you know, going back to the remake and how excited I am for the remake because there's certain things that they can improve on from the original, and that's definitely one of them. They could make Cait Sith a way better character who's way more, you know, has a lot more change in his character and the difference between Cait Sith and Reeve, and they can play on that more, and maybe we can actually see like a true redemption arc for Reeve instead of him just kind of. And a lot of people, including myself, don't really understand how the Reeve Cait Sith thing works. Sometimes it just feels really silly and not well done. Like, I think my favorite moment is when Scarlet and Heidegger are talking about the canon and Kate Sith is like, do you guys want to listen in? And then it just shows Reeve in the corner of the room just standing there as they're talking, as if no one notices he's standing there. And apparently, like, they can hear the conversation through Kate Sith somehow. Like he's a two-way walkie-talkie or something, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. Or like, so like, I don't know, but it's just really goofy the way they do it. So hopefully, like in the remake, they make more sense and stuff. But yeah, I'd love to see more put into Kate Sith and more put into kind of Reeve's redemption and all that. I think it would be really good. Okay, so we should stop here, but I really want to see if something happens. I'm still reeling from that scene. Like, something needs to happen. I can't quit here. I can't go another 4 hours with practically nothing happening. Give me some action. Let's see it. Hopefully I don't regret this.
You've changed, haven't you? Seems like you've toughened up.
I'm a Lassie. I had to.
Yeah, the only ones that ought to be fighting the army are us dumb grown-ups.
You think it's stupid to fight?
It is if you get killed. Anyway, just lay low. Let the dummies duke it out. The army's no match for Nora, right?
He was smiling.
Of course he was smiling. You haven't even told him why you're mad yet.
It's me. What's up?
You damn well know what's up! Why haven't you called in?
That is the weirdest looking cell phone. What? It
Right.
looks like a blood vial.
Great, great. Hope's great too. Are you all right?
I'm great, you're great, everybody's great. Reunion time. What? Figure out a rendezvous point. Don't sweat it. That line's hyper-encrypted.
Oh, hyper encrypted.
Hey, sis. Is that you?
I'm not your sister.
How's it going, little nails?
This city's under our jurisdiction. We're the ones defending it. We should have a say in what's done to protect it.
Attention all units. Ignore all fire zone restrictions. Fire at will.
What?
Whatever it takes to kill the Lassie. Over.
Whatever it takes. You want to start a war in the streets? Civilians are still evacuating. The collateral we're talking about is unacceptable. You don't know what it's like out there.
You don't understand why we're here. Who do you think it is? Terrified of Pulse and begging us to kill the Lassie. It's not the Sanctum. It's not us. It's the people.
Since when do the soldiers talk back to their officers?
We'll meet at Hope's place. Felix Heights, 35A.
Right. See you there. Tell Fang hey.
Is
Take
it a
care of
different
Hope.
branch?
All over it. And I'll tell you more about Sarah when we meet up. I found out she can turn back. There's still hope.
Snow, listen to me. It's about Hope. His mother
Lightning.
was...
It's me.
Hope? Hope! Answer me! Hope!
Yelling doesn't fix it. It's called interference. You can chit-chat when we get there. I've got point. You fall in behind. And see if you can't cool off that head of yours.
There's a lot of coincidences, you know? Oh, it just so happened to hit interference. Even though they're still standing in the same place. We get to be Fang now. Alright, now we'll quit. We'll check out Fang next time. I remember Fang being my favorite character to play. So we'll save that for next time. Excited we got her, though. I don't know. I still feel the same way I did before. So how many hours are we in now? 14 hours almost. Almost 14 hours in. We're still not together. We still haven't really learned anything or finished any plot part that started. I mean, this beginning is just so slow. Other than that, I'm enjoying myself. I'm still enjoying the combat. Music's still great. The graphics still blow my mind. There's too much going on with the... There's too many vocabulary. Like, there's too many different parts of the... the military. So wait, that guy was a different branch? Why would he be a different branch if ever... He showed up with those soldiers. Why would there be two different branches? I don't understand. I don't get the whole military thing at all. I get that there's the part of the military that's for the l'Cie and part of the military that's against the l'Cie. And then there's SciComm. But like, I don't really get the difference. I know they've said it, but I just tuned it out, I guess, because I don't care. And then all the l'Cie stuff, there's too much vocabulary. I wish it was just l'Cie and not l'Cie. It kind of just feels a bit overcomplicated. Like, I feel like it's more complicated than it needs to be. But maybe that's just me. Maybe you guys are like totally following it and I'm just a boomer, but I feel like there's just too much. I don't... I'm just every time they start throwing around l'Cie words, I just get lost. Like, I get the general concept, but... Well, they do explain it, but they just... I don't know. It's just... It doesn't stick, you know? They have 100% explained all the branches of the military, all the different types of l'Cie, who likes who and who hates who. Like, they've explained all of that. I'm not saying the game has done a bad job explaining it. I just get lost. Like, I just, it's not sticking in my head. I hear it and it goes in one ear and out the other, and then they start talking about it again and I'm like, wait, which one was that? So it's more of a me problem, but I don't know if everyone that plays this game will hear it once and then it'll stick. Like, and maybe it's just because it's weird vocabulary. Yeah, like the words sound too similar, and they going back and forth between the characters doesn't help either, and then you're constantly doing flashbacks, and so I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing, but I'd be interested to hear what YouTube thinks. You know, were you able to pick up on everything right away? Was it like easy for you, or was it confusing? But regardless, I can say without a doubt, this beginning part is just dragging on and on and on. Like, just holy cow, it never ends. And at least the combat has been fun throughout it. But I mean, there's no reason why we should be this far in and our characters are still going on about the same things and we're still not even together as a group. And I know that like some of the other Final Fantasy games, like 9 in particular, you're separate for a very long time, but you have full parties and you're able to swap characters, and you're getting individual characters' strengths and stuff. And here it just feels like, you know, I go from Saz and Vanille, who are basically like a commando and a Ravager, and you have some buffs and debuffs. Then you go to Hope and Lightning, who again is a commando Ravager, and they have a couple extra little abilities. Then we go to Hope and Snow, which was the most unique party so far, because Snow is a tank, but the tank stuff doesn't really help because you have no commando, so you're kind of forced to have him be a commando. So again, it's just commando Ravager. The only difference being he has Shiva instead of Odin. Like, that's really the only big difference. So it doesn't feel like we're switching and getting a lot out of it. It just feels like we're just dragging on and on and on. And Saz and Vanille are just going to a completely different town anyway, so it doesn't even feel like we're heading towards this big moment where everyone's going to come together. At least Snow and Hope are together now, but nothing's happened yet. At least we finally met Fang. Like, this is exciting to see Fang now. But yeah, it really drags. Really drags. But yeah, that's kind of my only really big complaint. Other than that, the combat is surprising to me. I am surprised at how difficult and fun the combat has been up to this point. I'm getting to the point now where I need some new paradigms or new characters that do new things, because I've been doing the Commando Ravager thing forever. But the bosses are difficult. A lot of the fights take like specific techniques to win. And overall, the combat has been really fun. So that's a welcome surprise. I did not remember the combat being that fun at the start. So I'm happy about that. And again, man, I just can't believe how pretty this game looks for being so old and on old hardware. You know, I almost feel like if I uploaded this, if I like took a bit of this gameplay and put it on the Discord and told you guys like, hey, check out the PC version of Final Fantasy XIII, everyone would probably be like, oh wow, yeah, that looks really good. Like, I bet you I could fool a lot of people into thinking it was the PC version. It just holds up so well. I think a lot of it's the character design. Everyone is very clean and kind of anime character looking in the face, so like it just carries really well. It's not that gritty, realistic look of Final Fantasy VIII that aged so poorly. This is like they were really trying to make it look like games kind of look like or characters kind of look in modern games now. That more, anime style. I hate to say anime style, but you know what I mean. Like the faces and stuff are more simplified, and they have exaggerated features. And it just carries a lot better than something like 8, where they were trying to make them look like real people, and they didn't really have the ability to do that yet. And then like 9 with the more retro-looking character still looks great, but it doesn't come across as like shocking that it looks good, because they're more retro-y looking characters. But this looks as good as 10 remastered looks. Just kind of blows me away. And the environments are crazy. Now that we're finally out of Trash Town, the environments look amazing. So yeah, really cool stuff. Very excited to get back into it next week, because I really feel like we're finally going to see some stuff happen. It's a shame that today was another kind of slow day. We got some stuff, but hopefully next week is really where everything comes together. So look forward to experiencing that with you guys. But for now, we're going to be off of Final Fantasy XIII. So thanks again, YouTube, for watching Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII. I would love to hear your thoughts on the game so far, especially those of you that are big fans of 13. I would love to hear if you think that the beginning is also pretty slow, or if there's a lot that I'm missing here. So if you are a big fan of 13, I'd love to hear what you think. To me, I feel like what I said before rings true, where like your first casual playthrough of the game, the beginning is really slow. But I have a feeling that if you're a 13 fan and you play through a second time, you would get a lot more out of the beginning of the game. But for a first time casual playthrough, I think a lot of Final Fantasy XIII fans will agree that the beginning is pretty slow. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Maybe you think different. And with that, We will see you in the next episodes of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII. See you there. Peace.